Hello everybody, Bekka here. Today I am going to show you how to make your very own apple cider vinegar. When I started this video, I thought I was going to make apple cider vinegar and orange together, but the videos ended up being too long and I thought it was kind of unnecessary, so I cut up the videos to where there'll be two separate videos. So look for the orange vinegar soon, but today we are going to make apple cider vinegar. So let's roll the video. Now with the apple cider vinegar, I'm going to go pretty fast and do it a little bit differently, but if you want a more in-depth video, check out the card at the top where I have created a video on specifically apple cider vinegar. But what you need to, for making vinegar is you need some filtered water, and I just went and picked up some purified water from the dollar store. Then you'll need a little bit of sugar, and I use cane sugar. And then, like for apple cider, you'll need some apples, which you can actually use bits and pieces of apple, old apples, but I didn't have any, so I just went and picked up some apples at the store this morning. And there we go. That's all you need, and then a little bit of thyme and air. Now, I'm going to switch up just a little bit this time, because this was my honey jar and I had emptied the honey out of it, but it had the little bristles and grains all in it. So I just added water. So this is honey water now, and I'm going to chop up some apples and start up my apple cider in this. And it's really just that simple. Just taking my apple, and I have washed these already, and these are organic apples that I picked up from the store. Everything's been washed, and in case you see my fingers, I've been playing around with some walnut husk, and of course it dyes your fingers. So my fingers are clean, they're just dyed. But anyway, there we go. So I'm going to chop up my apples and stick it in my water. And there is really no rhyme or reason on having to chop up these apples. You know, it's not like you have to have them a certain surface area or anything like that. It can be apple cores. If you take the peel off of apples, you can save the peel in a jar, like in your fridge, until you have enough to make your apple cider. So it's really, apple cider is just so easy to make, apple cider vinegar. And I only picked up 3 apples. These are rather large apples, and I think that will be plenty for a gallon of water. Now, if you end up putting in your sugar, it's going to be a cup of sugar in with your water. But like I said, this was my old honey jar, and I do believe that it is plenty sweet at this point. Like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason of cutting this up. It's just getting it cut up and getting it into the jar. Now you can grab a utensil, any type of utensil that you have, to be able to push everything down in the water. And then you'll need a little piece of fabric, or something that allows airflow through here, but yet you don't want it to allow like dust and bugs in it. And I just use fabric. This is muslin, just cheap muslin fabric. Wrap it up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stir it up daily for about 30 days. And you'll start to smell the vinegary smell. About halfway through, a week, maybe 2 weeks, or actually within a week, you will be seeing bubbles start coming up, and then the fermentation process has started. And after that, about a week later, you're going to add a little bit more sugar, like a cup of sugar, to keep the fermentation going. And then in about a month, you'll start smelling the cider or the vinegar, and you can just test it then and go from there. But it only takes about a month to make vinegar from home, and it's just that easy, using apples, water, and sugar, in my case, honey. So this is day 3, and I'm needing to stir my apple cider vinegar. And see all that? That's the bubbles I'm looking for. That is the bacteria working. And all we do is just push it down into the water. Cover it back up and put it back on the shelf. So here we are, a week into our apple cider vinegar. See those bubbles? So as you see, after I've stirred it, my apples have plenty of bubbles. So here is my apple vinegar 2 weeks in, and as you can see, it's still bubbling, which is good. I need to stir it. And the brown you see in there is just the oxidation of the apples. That isn't rot. It is doing just fine. That just means the apples were exposed to the air up here. Let's see what it smells like. Ooh, it definitely smells like it's cooking. It smells almost like beer at the moment, but with a tinge of vinegar smell to it. So it is starting to turn, which is good. And then you should see sediments down at the bottom. I guess I stored it up too much so that you're having a hard time seeing it. So here is my apple vinegar, or apple cider vinegar, 1 month in. So this is week 4. I still have a few bubbles. Let's stir this. Oh my, it smells like vinegar. It smells so good. But there we go. So I have this at the store right now. I will probably take it to the house in the next couple of days to decant it. There it is. So today's the day I am going to decant my apple cider vinegar. So what I have for this today is some sort of container to pour it in, some sort of funnel, and filtering system. So this particular funnel has a filter port down at the bottom, so I'm going to use that. And then I'm also going to be using some jars to store my apple cider vinegar in. You can store it in a larger jar. I was given these, and these were vinegar bottles. I have them. They're clean. I might as well use them. So it is very simple. Let's see if I can do this without making it too complicated, like spilling it everywhere. But you just want to pour it through your filter. There we go. It would help if I turned off the spigot. So we're just going to pour it all the way. Gotta let that filter just a little bit. Put the rest of this in here. Continuing to allow that to filter. And I put this in a jar that has a spigot, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. Let's see, I have two different kinds of funnels. No, that one won't fit, so there we go. I'm going to use my metal funnel. And then I'm just going to funnel it into the jar. So you can see what I'm doing. So there we go. We cap it. And then what do we do whenever we make a concoction? We label it. So there we go. With a little bit of apples, a little bit of sugar, some filtered water, and a little bit of thyme, you can make your own apple cider vinegar. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I will talk with you again soon. And until then, get healthy, be happy, and herbal on. So now that I've bottled my apple cider vinegar, I have one more thing that I need to do. I need to do a taste test. Bottoms up. Whoa, that is vinegar. Yep, success.